Have an announcement to make. What is it, Tessa? I'll give you the honor.
Oh, well, thank you. We've decided to return to competition, and we are so excited. I don't think that will come as a surprise to many people. We still have that fire, and we're just really anxious to get back on that competitive ice.
Wow, that's great news, and I'm sure figure skating fans will be delighted to hear it. What is the motivation from your perspective, Scott? You've done everything in this sport already.
Well, thank you. I mean, it is funny to look back on our career, and I think the biggest motivation is just that we still love the sport. I mean, we needed time off after Sochi, but then there was a time when we walked back into a rink and we got excited again. We always had that fire within us, and we're coming back at a time when it's not really necessary on the scene. I mean, we have such a great Canadian team. Like, we have Caitlin and Andrew who are doing amazing on the international scene, so it's not necessary for us to come back. Like, there's no space for us almost, but it's for us. We want to come back, we want to push ourselves and accomplish some more personal goals.
That was great footage. You were working on some new things, and you were doing it with Marie-France Dubreuil, Patrice Lauzon, and David Wilson. Is that where you're going to move your training base and work with them now?
We will be moving to Montreal to work with Marie-France and Patrice, and that was really a no-brainer for us. We've worked with them over the past few years developing show numbers, and we just have a really special rapport with them. And most importantly, we love what they do on the ice. We love their approach. We've been working pretty tirelessly on new technique. They have such a vision for the direction our skating should head in, and we're just so excited to collaborate with them. It's an amazing school. What a great energy it is to train there.
Can I take you back perhaps to Sochi in 2014? We saw you in that free dance, the seasons. It was wonderful. The result wasn't what you wanted, but it was a wonderful skate. Do you crave that competitiveness and to be back on top? Is that a motivating factor for you, Scott?
I think it definitely is. I mean, we wanted to win in Sochi. We didn't, but we had the moments that we wanted. And I mean, that feeling is what you always chase as an athlete. You always want to make your own moments. In figure skating, you get your 3 minutes no matter what. So you have to make sure you capitalize on them. We did that at both games. So I think our whole life will be wanting to compete at the Olympics. But the reality is, we probably only have one more shot at it, so we have to take advantage of it.
And can you recall 2010 in Vancouver at home, becoming the youngest ice dancers ever to win a gold medal and the first North Americans to do it? That was a momentous occasion, wasn't it?
Of course, and that's what every athlete dreams of. And we took some time off after Sochi, and we tried to fill that void. We did so many other things, but there was still a bit of an emptiness. And I think watching a lot of tape, we've been watching a lot of footage of our skating, we just see that there's more that we can do. There's room for us to improve, and there's space for us to create art, which is really exhilarating.
I mentioned two names, Torval and Dean, and I mean, they resonate even today. They won the gold medal back in 1984. Do you want Virtue Moir to be recalled in that vein?
Well, I think they're legends, for sure, and they really put ice dancing on the Olympic map. I think what they did for our sport may never happen again. But for Tessa and I, like she said, I think it's about the art. We want to create things that we've never done, and yeah, we want to try and push our skating to be at a higher level. So if that gets us even in the same sentence as Torval and Dean, then that's a huge compliment.
Let's get down to brass tacks. So when does the work begin, and what does the competitive schedule look like next year?
Well, the work has already started. We've been hard at it for several months now, and I think we'll just continue with that. We go on tour with Stars on Ice, and June 6th is our first official day training in Montreal, so we'll be settled into apartments by then and hopefully competing by the fall. We still have to qualify, obviously. We have a lot of work ahead of us, but I think that's part of what we're wanting. We're excited for the challenge.
Can't wait. We'll see you at the Grand Prix season, and after that at the World Championships and on to the Olympic Games in Pyeongchang. Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir coming back to competition in the ice dance. If you have questions for Scott or Tessa, send them to us at Twitter at CBC Olympics, and we'll effort to get those questions answered over the course of Road to the Olympic Games.